Listen, Dark Fortune family. Today I'm going to tell you a story that will make your blood boil, not because of violence or gore, but because of something far more terrifying. A legal loophole so absurd that a man who stole $100 million in diamonds, gold, and luxury watches is walking free right now, sipping coffee, spending your money, while his victims are left with nothing but a police report and a broken heart. Imagine you are a small jeweler in Los Angeles. You've worked 40 years, saved every penny, borrowed from family, built a tiny empire of rare gems and custom pieces. You trust the system. You hire Brinks, the armored truck giant, to transport your entire life's work, diamonds the size of your thumb, emeralds from Colombia, a Cartier collection worth more than most people's houses. On July 11th, 2022, that truck parked outside a quiet mall in the San Fernando Valley. Inside were 19 separate shipments from different jewelers. The total value? $100 million. Not insurance talk, real street value. And then, like a ghost in broad daylight, a man wearing a dark hoodie broke into that truck. Not with explosives, not with a gun, but by simply opening the door. Because the driver had stepped away for 12 minutes. 12 minutes. That's how long it takes to ruin 100 lives. The thief, later identified as Jezin Nellen Priscilla Flores, an Ecuadorian national with a clean record, walked out with duffel bags full of raw wealth. No alarm, no guards, no blood. Just opportunity. And here is where your anger should start building, because the police caught him. Yes, they found him. They found evidence. They had his face on camera, his fingerprints, his rental car. Open and shut case, right? Wrong. Before the trial could even begin, the U.S. government did something so baffling, so infuriating, that lawyers are still shaking their heads. They deported him. They put him on a plane to Ecuador. And in Ecuador, there is no extradition treaty for this type of crime. No extradition. That means no trial, no conviction, no prison. He is free. Forever. Let that sink in. A man who stole $100 million from hardworking people, many of whom are immigrants themselves, who came to America with nothing, simply vanished back to his home country because the government decided it was easier to deport him than to prosecute him. But wait, it gets worse. The jewelers tried to claim insurance. And Brinks, the multi-billion-dollar security company, did something truly evil. They lied. They claimed that the total value stolen was only $10 million. $10 million, not 100. Why? Because their insurance policy had a lower premium for smaller heists. So by lying, they saved themselves millions in payouts. But they destroyed the victims. One jeweler I spoke to, let's call him David, lost his entire retirement. He had 2 diamonds that were family heirlooms from his grandmother. Gone. And Brink's lawyers sent him a letter saying, "You failed to declare the full value. How can you fail to declare something when you paid them to protect it?" You see, Dark Fortune, this is not a story about a clever thief. It's a story about a broken system. The police didn't fail. They arrested Flores within weeks. The courts didn't fail. They were ready for trial. The immigration system failed. The loophole that allows deportation without prosecution exists because Congress never thought someone would steal $100 million and then say, "Please deport me." But Flores did. His lawyer probably told him, "If you fight extradition, you'll lose. But if you agree to deportation, you walk." And he walked. Now, every morning, he wakes up in Guayaquil, Ecuador, in a house that he bought with a fraction of those diamonds. The FBI still has his name on a list. Interpol has a red notice. But no country will arrest him because the crime wasn't violent and the money is already laundered. And here is the darkest fortune of all. The real victims are not just the jewelers. It's you. Because when insurance companies pay out for thefts like this, they raise your premiums. When Brinks gets away with lying, every armored truck in America becomes less secure. And when a criminal learns that stealing $100 million gets you a free flight home, what stops the next thief? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So as we close this chapter, I want you to feel this anger. Not helpless anger, but the kind that makes you check your own insurance policies, that makes you question who you trust with your money. Dark Fortune is not about celebrating crime. It's about exposing the cracks in the system so you don't fall through them. Jezin Nellen Priscilla Flores is free today, but his victims are still fighting. One of them, a woman named Mina, started a GoFundMe just to pay her rent. She lost $2.3 million in gems. She hasn't slept properly in 2 years. And every time she closes her eyes, she sees that hooded figure walking out of the truck while she was at home, thinking her fortune was safe. That is the real crime. That is the dark fortune. If you want justice, share this video. Not for me, but for Mina and David and the 98 other victims who trusted a system that failed them. I'll see you in the next story, where we uncover another fortune built on broken bones and broken laws. Until then, guard your wealth like your life depends on it, because sometimes the law won't do it for you.